fine line between stubborn and stupid. I know because I used to cross it with impunity when I was younger. And I thought I would help engage the audience tonight and let you guess how many times I crossed that line during my first and only maiden sea voyage as captain of a small 23-foot Columbia contender. It's the time frame is Labor Day, 1986. I've spent the summer learning how to sail with the new man in my life, and I'm smitten with both the boy and the boat. And I'm an engineering student, and I enjoy those long voyages, so I thought I would captain our little boat by myself across the Chesapeake and get one of my engineering classmates to go with me. And my lover, David, agreed, and men are kind of funny like that. When they're in love, they'll let you borrow their favorite shirt and drive their pickup truck and take their boat out for a weekend cruise. Of course, when you get married, it's good luck and having them share the remote. But, so I felt pretty blessed. So we wanted to go out over the Labor Day weekend, break from school, and I asked Janice if she would join me. And Janice had two important characteristics. First, she had actually been on a sailboat before, so she knew the pointy end was the bow and the difference between port and starboard. And she was also the only woman I knew who had changed the oil in her car. So I knew she wouldn't be fussed if she broke a fingernail pulling up the mainsail. So we met at the marina that morning, and it'd been very blustery and rainy the night before. In fact, they'd had a small craft warning. And as we pulled into the marina, it was downgraded to a small craft advisory. So I thought, a little chop to the sea, brisk wind, we can do this. It was about a 6 to 8 hour sail across the Chesapeake from the little marina we were in near Norfolk all the way to St. Charles, which is a very large marina with a well-established fishing fleet, beer, and a seafood restaurant and a place to shower. So all the important attributes that you want to find when you're after a whole day of sailing. So Janice's game, and so we motor out of the marina and just knock a few of the big piers on our way out because there's a little bit of wind and a little bit of chop in the water. We clear the channel and we get out into the bay, and the clouds start to part, and there's very little rain, and we're free. We're sailing across the bay, and it's a liberating experience to actually be captain, holding the tiller of my own little boat. And we get about halfway across the bay, and we're enjoying ourselves. The sun's come out, it's a little warm, and so we've got our swim tops on, and we're a little bit more focused perhaps on maximizing our tan lines than paying attention to where we are in the Chesapeake. And we don't really notice, too, that the wind has died down as the sun rises. And we've broken up out our first six-pack and enjoying some refreshments. We're relaxing. I'm in a semi-reclining position, and I suddenly hear 5 long blasts. Okay, for those of you who have not sailed before, that means get the fuck out of the way or I'm going to run you over. I look over, and it's a very large freighter. In the shipping channel, they have the right-of-way. See, tiny little sailboat and big freighter. So nervously, I grab the tiller and I push it the wrong direction. So the jib starts flapping, the mainsail starts flapping. I yell to Janice, start the engine. And we got a little putt-putt motor. So she starts it, I grab the tiller, and I hear her crank on the engine, put it in gear. She puts it in gear, and we're able to motor out of the way of this very large freighter. And I can still smell the heavy scent of diesel. It came that close. And the big shadow that it passed over us. So we managed to make it to St. Charles and had a lovely seafood dinner, frozen margarita, and we decided to opt out of paying to spend the night in the marina. Okay, $30 to a student seems like $300 That's 3 tanks of gas. So we decide to drop anchor near these old railroad pilings. Well, about midnight, they began to offload a very large cargo of steel. I guess we were woken up with this massive steel crashing. And that's when we woke up, motored out into the middle of the bay, and dropped anchor for the second time. About 4 in the morning, the fishing fleet leaves for the morning catch. And it was foggy. By the grace of God, they didn't run us over, and we were woken up again for the second time at 4 in the morning. But that was my journey as an educator. I'd be remiss if I didn't share a couple lessons. Alcohol and sailing do not mix. And if you're going to survive to 50, make sure you learn the difference between stubborn and stupid sooner than later. And thirdly, surround yourself with people that have faith in you and will be there for you when the seas get a little rough.
Kelly, everybody.